When was the last time you looked in the mirror and felt your reflection telling the story of every sunrise you've ever witnessed? Maybe the laugh lines around your eyes speak of decades of joy, or the slight stiffness in your knees reminds you of countless journeys already walked. But what if today could be the chapter where your body and spirit decide to stroll hand in hand into their most vibrant years yet? That chapter begins with collagen, the quiet architect stitching strength into tendons, bounce into skin, and resilience into every connective thread that lets you move, smile, and simply feel alive. Collagen is not a faddish buzzword, it is the scaffolding of youth itself. Yet sometime after our 30th birthday, the body's collagen factories slow their assembly lines. And by 50, they clock only a fraction of the shifts they once worked for free. That decline shows up on the surface as wrinkles and sagging, but deep inside it also translates to creaky joints, waning muscle tone, and a digestive system that no longer absorbs nutrients with the gusto of its younger days. You could chase expensive creams, exotic injections, or miracle pills. Many do, but nature has always whispered a simpler truth. Nourish the factory and it will build again. Today, I want to guide you through 16 whole foods, some humble, some luxurious, that switch those assembly lines back on, coaxing collagen production to rise, and gifting your cells the raw materials of renewal. We will wander through orchards where ruby-skinned fruit hang like lanterns of longevity, wade past tide-washed boulders where crustaceans hide secrets of elasticity, and stand beside simmering pots whose fragrant steam carries amino acids ready to repair the scaffolding within. Along the way, we will weave in the science, debunk the myths, and sprinkle in kitchen tips so practical that by the time this story ends, your next grocery list will already be writing itself. So settle in, pour a glass of water. Hydration is collagen's first cousin after all, and let your mind taste what possibility smells like. Let us begin in the garden at dawn, where dew beads on emerald leaves. Spinach, kale, and watercress look ordinary, but their folate and chlorophyll flood the bloodstream with antioxidants that protect existing collagen strands from oxidative fraying. Picture them as vigilant gardeners pruning away the reactive oxygen weeds that threaten your skin's suppleness. A handful of raw watercress blended into a citrus smoothie delivers vitamin C directly alongside plant-based nitrates, boosting circulation so fibroblasts, the cells that weave collagen, receive both oxygen and a molecular go signal. Researchers at Seoul National University showed a 17% increase in skin hydration among adults who consume watercress daily for just 8 weeks. Youth, it turns out, can taste peppery and green. Now follow the winding path to a blaze of scarlet and indigo. Strawberries, raspberries, and their wild cousin, the blackcurrant. Their vivid pigments come from anthocyanins, powerful allies proven to stabilize the collagen matrix like tiny rivets between molecules. Add the fact that 1 cup of strawberries provides more vitamin C than an orange, and you can practically feel your dermis knitting itself tighter each time you swirl berries into yogurt. Think of vitamin C as collagen's project manager. Without enough, new strands remain unfinished, sagging like scaffolding left out in the rain. A University of Manchester study linked high berry intake to a 33% lower incidence of age-related photo damage. Your grandparents may have called berries nature's candy, but science recognizes them as architects of resilience. From orchard to ocean, the shoreline is a pantry brimming with glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. The trinity of amino acids collagen cannot exist without. When you drop wild-caught salmon into a cast-iron pan, its pink flesh owes its hue to astaxanthin, an antioxidant so potent it shields marine collagen from degradation even under relentless UV glare. Consume that salmon, and astaxanthin protects your own collagen in kind, while omega-3 fatty acids oil the hinges of every joint. Japanese researchers found daily fish intake raised skin elasticity scores by 9% in postmenopausal women after 3 months. If age is a tide slowly eroding the shore, salmon is the seawall. Just offshore scuttle oysters, prawns, and tiny krill, shell-clad creatures whose exoskeletons bristle with chitin and zinc. Zinc is the mineral formant that tells fibroblasts to pick up speed. A single oyster can deliver the entire day's requirement. Chitin, meanwhile, yields glucosamine, a compound already famous for cushioning knees and hips. Steam a dozen prawns with garlic and ginger, and you have, in 20 minutes, the gastronomic equivalent of a joint therapy session plus a spa-grade facial, served with lime wedges and a side of bliss. Yet collagen renewal does not live by sea alone. Return to land and crack open 2 pasture-raised eggs. Their whites brim with proline and glycine, while the yolks offer vitamin A for cellular turnover. Whisk them into a frittata studded with sautéed mushrooms, and you introduce copper, selenium, and ergothioneine, nutrients that neutralize the free radicals spawned by urban pollutants and sunlit afternoons. Imagine each bite as a silent promise. Your skin will remember how to spring back. Take note, factory farming strips many eggs of these gifts, so choose those laid by hens that still scratch the earth and bask in sunlight. The quality of their lives is the quality of your collagen. Now we arrive at the simmering heart of ancestral kitchens, bone broth. For centuries, every culture coaxed marrow from bones in slow-bubbling cauldrons. Modern biochemistry finally explains why grandmothers were unwitting dermatologists. Those 12-hour simmers turn connective tissue into gelatin, a pre-digested form of collagen that glides through intestinal walls with ease. Introduce carrot, onion, and a splash of apple cider vinegar to draw minerals from the bones, and you create a potion containing not only type I collagen for skin, but type 2 for joints. Clinical trials in Florida showed daily gelatin improved joint pain scores among athletes by 24% in just 8 weeks. So ladle generously. Each spoonful is liquid scaffolding. Collagen, like any gland structure, demands cross-bracing. Enter citrus peel. The white pith beneath an orange's rind holds hesperidin, which strengthens capillaries feeding skin cells. Steep strips of peel with green tea, and you surrender to a fragrant infusion that quenches both thirst and inflammation. Polyphenols from tea calm the enzymes. Pizza 1, if you like sounding smart at dinner parties, that chew through old collagen when stress or sugar attacks. A 2019 review in Nutrients Journal reported that catechin-rich beverages slowed wrinkles by hampering those enzymes up to 54%. Your afternoon teacup becomes a time machine. Let's shift our gaze to the humble sweet potato, glowing amber beneath its jacket. Beta-carotene inside converts to vitamin A, telling skin cells to divide with youthful vigor while simultaneously guarding them from UV harm. Bake it with a drizzle of olive oil. The fat triples absorption of those carotenoids and adds oleuropein, a compound from olives shown to thwart collagen-eating enzymes as effectively as green tea. Top with a dollop of plain Greek yogurt and lemon zest, and you have built a dish where every component either builds collagen, protects it, or accelerates its delivery. Speaking of citrus and oils, few fruits embody fatty acid elegance quite like the avocado. Its velvety flesh supplies vitamin E, the body's prime antioxidant defender embedded within cell membranes, plus potassium that balances intracellular fluid. Hydration you can't wash off. A study from UCLA found participants eating half an avocado daily reduced skin redness after UV exposure by 26% compared to controls. Less inflammation equals less collagen breakage, period. Guacamole suddenly resembles a skincare regimen. We have not yet mentioned nuts and seeds, those mini safes storing zinc, copper, and manganese. Walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and hemp hearts each provide unique fatty acid profiles that dampen chronic inflammation, the silent thief of collagen integrity. Blend them into an overnight chia pudding, and you introduce complete plant proteins plus fiber that nurtures gut bacteria responsible for synthesizing B vitamins, themselves crucial cofactors in collagen assembly. Yes, even your microbiome clocks in on the factory floor. There is romance too in the crimson beet, which bathes arteries in nitric oxide and expanding them so nutrients reach your skin's farthest frontier. Roast wedges tossed with thyme and balsamic. Let natural sugars caramelize to a mahogany sheen, and taste how earthy sweetness partners with science. Circulation is half the battle. A fibroblast starved of oxygen weaves weaker collagen, no matter how many supplements you swallow. Of course, we must address supplements. Market aisles glitter with hydrolyzed collagen powders, promising miracles in pastel fonts. Some are genuinely helpful. Marine-sourced peptides in particular boast high bioavailability. Yet remember that supplements exist to fill gaps, not replace rituals of real food, restful sleep, and sunscreen. No spoonful of powder can outrun daily cigarettes or nights cut short by glowing screens. The smartest strategy is synergy. Nourish with whole foods. Then consider clean, third-party tested peptides as scaffolding reinforcement rather than the beams themselves. And what of lifestyle? Collagen's sworn enemies hide in plain sight. Sugar that caramelizes proteins into stiff ages, relentless ultraviolet rays that snap amino acid links, cigarettes that sprinkle free radicals like confetti, chronic stress that floods the body with cortisol and steals away vitamin C. Combat them with mindful movement that pumps lymph and blood, 8 hours of darkness that grants tissues time to repair, and laughter that triggers endorphins proven to lower cortisol levels. Healthy collagen is less a single decision than a chorus of daily choices humming in harmony. We close our journey inside a clear glass of water, shimmering by the window. Hydration is the stage upon which every nutrient performs. When your cells bathe in ample fluid, enzymes responsible for assembling collagen operate efficiently. Joints glide instead of grind, and skin reflects light with the soft luminosity advertisers chase in Photoshop. So sip between meals, keep herbal tea within reach, eat high water fruits like cucumber and melon, and let moisture become your silent collaborator. 16 foods, endless meals, and a destiny no longer bound to the slow fate of time. That is the gift collagen offers when you learn its language. Stock your kitchen like a craftsman stocks a workshop. Honor each ingredient with simple preparation, and trust that biology will repay you in elasticity, strength, and a glow that speaks not of vanity, but of vitality. Let these foods be more than items on a plate. Let them be the storytellers of a life that refuses to grow dull with age. Because the best mirrors are not made of glass. They are the eyes of loved ones who behold you and say, "You haven't changed a bit."